Hello everybody and welcome back to the F1 2016 live career mode, where we are streaming right now on YouTube, where we're going to be doing no assists and all that malarkey that I've always say in every video. But we're here for the Spanish Grand Prix in Season 2 of our F1 2016 career mode. And in the last episode, guys, it was qualifying, which was broadcasted live a few hours ago. If you did miss it, guys, make sure to check it out right now before you come and watch this live. But I'm not going to reveal any spoilers until now. We got into Q3, guys, and it was a bit of a strange one. It was mixed conditions, it dried up completely. We were on course for pole, but the track got absolutely bone dry at the end. We dropped to 10th, and we're like 2.5 seconds off the pace, so it just showed how quickly the track dried up as quickly as possible. So we're starting in 10th, and no updates in terms of the car and stuff like that, apart from a patch that came out, which improved some of the performance. As you can see, Ferrari have pulled away just a little bit from Red Bull, so we'll see how that goes. But if you're new around here, guys, make sure to slap a like and subscribe if you're new around here. So we'll see how we go on with this. But until then, guys, sit back, enjoy, as it's now time for the Spanish Grand Prix, and it's live.
What does the Spanish Grand Prix have in store for us today, I wonder? I hope we see some tight wheel-to-wheel action down the main straight, circa Mansell and Senna way back in '91, or maybe we'll have a more strategic race here on a track where overtaking can be difficult. It's a sellout crowd of 140,000 here today as we await lights out for the 730-metre sprint down to turn 1 of this 2.9-mile racetrack. Overtaking is challenging through these 16 corners, but there's still a lot of high-speed excitement to be found, including the flat-out turn 3 and the terrifying blind right of turn 9. I'm joined again today by none other than Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, obviously there's a lot of development work that goes on with these cars between the races. You've been both a test driver and a race driver. What differences are there in the way you approach those roles?
Interesting question, Crofty. They're two very different mindsets. I mean, when I tested for BAR, we had full in-season testing where, per driver, you'd cover up to 15,000 kilometres per season. And in that role, it was more about working for the team, trying to help them improve the car and drive as systematically as you could, so that that data could be analysed in the most consistent way. When you're lining up on the grid for a race, however, your frame of mind's all about what you can get out of the situation on that day. And the car's the tool to help you achieve what you want. You still want to focus on setup, of course, but it's more about the here and now, getting yourself as far up the field as possible, and less about development work for the future.
Right, let's be patient going into turn 1. We want to be in a good position for the rest of the race. Good luck.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from the multiple world champion, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Raikkonen, Jenson Button and Sainz, Hamilton, Rosberg, Alonso and a Toro Rosso.
So here we are, guys, on the grid for the Spanish Grand Prix, and you guys remember very well that I would be doing a very different strategy, and we are going to do the two-stop strategy here with the two mediums and the soft tyre for the race. And I do not want to touch the hards because I tested this out off air and I absolutely hate these tyres to the core. So that's why I'm going with the mediums for the whole race for this one. So we are onto the grid then for the formation lap. New features to the game if you've not seen it. And away we go. Let's hear Jeff once again.
Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
So Jeff's had his nice little chat. So anyway, interesting qualifying, I've got to say. The surprise was the McLarens. Obviously Alonso is a bit further back than he was at the start of qualifying, where he was third quickest in Q1, but Button just showing how much the McLaren has improved dramatically and is the team to watch, I think, in this race. So we'll have to see if they can maybe put off a surprise podium finish here. They like to do some very interesting strategies, but we'll see how we go. But we're on the medium. Pascal Wehrlein behind us in the Manor is also on the mediums. Alonso in front on the softs, so that's a very interesting call from McLaren there. But it'll be interesting to see what the pack in front of us are on, the what tyres they're on. So we'll have to wait and see how this works. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, our aim is to get into the points again, stay in the points. Top 5 would be nice if we can pull off this strategy. The tyre wear can be a bit bad around here at times, depending on the weather conditions, and it's really hot at the minute and clear, so we've got to see if we can hold these tyres out as long as possible. But obviously with the wet qualifying, especially in Q2, all of us have got a fresh set of tyres to choose from, so it should be interesting how this is going to go right there. But again, if you're new around here, guys, make sure to slap a like and subscribe as well, and we'll see how we go in the Spanish Grand Prix. The next race, guys, I will mention is Monaco, and you know it's going to be live this time round and not what it was last time when I was away on holiday. So that will be live in I think either Wednesday or tomorrow. I've not really decided yet, but we're going to go on to the grid right now as we line up there, just trying to see spot anyone in front of us on any different tyres. I think Hamilton is on the softs, I think. I know Rosberg's on the mediums. I think I can just see a medium stripe there. So here we go. Right now, all of us are on the grid for the 5th round of this career mode. The lights are on. Round 5 of the career mode, live on YouTube. It is lights out and away we go, and it's a reasonable start there. Just bogged it a little bit. Can't change my engine map for some reason. There we go. We've lost a position though. We've lost a couple of positions to Gutierrez and Pascal Wehrlein. There's been a contact up ahead with a Red Bull. I think that's Ricciardo who's made contact with someone. Could be Jensen Button again, but we're just going to play it smooth at the minute. We've had a bit of a bogged start there. Got past Pascal Wehrlein. I'm going to pass Esteban Gutierrez as well down the inside. Who is also... Is he on the softs? I think he is on the softs. Indeed he is. Bit of a poor start though. But so far we've at least got the positions back. That's what matters most. So we haven't lost anything right now. Just going to take it nice and smooth to start off with. Don't get into any contact with any drivers. That's all I want. But Pascal Wehrlein's lost a spot to Gutierrez, which is quite important for the Haas because he is on the quicker tyre than what Pascal Wehrlein's on. We're just going to take it nice and smooth, as I mentioned, as we lose the back end just a little bit there. Trying to be a bit cheeky on the throttle. Remember, we have got a full tank of fuel, so we will be a bit slow and heavy to start off with, but the times will drop off as we go along in this race. But we'll have to see if any safety cars will pop up, because we've had quite a few this series, I've got to say, at the wrong time in terms of strategy. But Vettel leads the way then here in Catalonia, and Alonso started to pull away a bit. Obviously the AI, which you guys know very well, are OP around here. Whatever game it is, they are OP. So we'll have to see if that's going to play into their hands during this race, but we'll see how we go. Hopefully we can pull off this two-stopper, but it all depends on how good we are on the tyres. So we will have to see. But the field's starting to spread out a little bit. The Ferrari of Vettel is gone already, as you can see on the map. So obviously Vettel is our rival at the minute in the series, which was a bit of a surprise when I found out from the agent Emma. I was very surprised about that, if that is her name. I can't remember her name, but the one that was going to fire us in Season 1, and now we're doing very well this time round. It's like a turn of events from last season where we had a cracker of a race round here with Lewis Hamilton and Daniel Ricciardo going down to the wire until we had contact with Hamilton. Let's see how that goes if we take the cone out there. Not the best idea, but just playing it cool right now, trying to get these tyres as long as they can into this one. So the normal strategy is 3 stops around here from the previous games, so it would be interesting to see if we can do something a bit different this weekend, as Raikkonen now is the quickest man. I think he's passed his teammate, so that's why. And we've got Bottas now past Esteban Gutierrez, and we have got a bit more downforce on the car, so we will be a bit slow down here. as you can tell from Bottas right behind us. As we've got the two Mercedes fighting over. Don't want a repeat of this year, boys, if I'm honest. But the Mercedes are right down the pecking order, 7th and 8th, which is a massive shock, if I'm honest. Massive shock. Sainz doing pretty well for us up front. Just going to short shift up to third as Alonso's being held up now by the two Mercedes. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but a McLaren is keeping up with a Mercedes. And that's a bit weird. We're going to get DRS on Alonso thanks to the traffic up ahead of us. He's going to try and make a late move into the hairpin, and we just about get it done there on Alonso. A late move, but get it finally out of the way. There's one man down, another 8 to go, hopefully.
Okay, some information on Perez. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
So Perez has got issues, but I don't think he's in this lead battle, so I don't think we're going to do that. But we just hate and despise this last sector. Let's lose the back end again. I think Alonso may get us down the straight. He's getting the slipstream. Bottas is going to get slipstream as well. I'm going to have to defend. Absolutely, here comes Bottas with a lot of slipstream, but backs out of the move.
Okay, gap to leader, 9.0 seconds.
Backed out there from making a move on Alonso, which was interesting. There was a patch that came out a few days ago, if I remember. So it may have done something to the AI just a little bit, which I hope so, because they've been so aggressive. As I just broke really late into the corner, and Alonso just scrapes the side of our car there. But we've only lost one position, so it's not a bottle moment, if I'm honest, but just shows that how aggressive I've got to be in this one. If I've got any chance of getting our goal of 8th place. And once again, I forgot to even look at the goals in this one, so 8th's probably the priority, and we've got to try and beat Sainz as well, who I think is in 4th or 5th. I'm not really too sure at the minute, but we forgot to put DRS on, so that's probably my fault there. It obviously is, so I don't know why I asked that question. Now into the chicane section again. I have so many issues with this corner. Get it done. Just about, and we do indeed, and we're going to get DRS actually on Alonso, which is going to help me defend from the Williams behind. Let's look at the straight line speed we've got on Alonso. We'll make the move down the inside. Just about held it there, and we are back to 9th, so definitely what we want. And I think Sainz at the minute is leading a massive train right now ahead. So the two Ferraris leading the pack. And obviously we go purple in the first sector thanks to the slipstream and DRS from Alonso, so that's thank you very much. So we're just trying to catch up now to Sainz, who is leading this train. I think he's in 3rd now, so ahead of the two Red Bulls, which is interesting. Very interesting. See how we go.
Behind us is 0.5 seconds.
We come into the hairpin once again. Starting to pull away though from Alonso, not much, but we're starting to get a bit of a gap. That's it. Rosberg's the next man, who is really struggling, I've got to say. I'm just shocked by how slow the Mercedes have gone since they were like the quickest team come start of the first season when we first started this series off. Just been very surprised as Alonso now is going to try and overtake us now. This should be interesting. Going down the straight, and Alonso just about gets us, but going to try and make a move down the inside, and we do it though. Very risky move, but the monitor had to take the chance, and we pulled it off, and we stay where we are in P number 9. So still Sainz is holding up the pack, which is what I wanted, if I'm honest, at the minute. So we're quicker in the first sector than Rosberg, which is not really realistic, if I'm honest. And I think we've pulled away from Alonso, who I think now should be struggling on those soft tyres. They don't really last long, these softs, around this track. tyre wear actually. 20, not even halfway yet to where
Car ahead is 0.8 seconds.
when we need to pit. So maybe lap 12, lap 13 is probably the range to pit in. But Alonso is my little joker here. If I can find out when he's pitting, I can maybe extend this medium stint if I can, and go for 2 softs instead of another medium. But we'll have to wait and see. And find out what other tyres these guys are on. But we're going to get a bit of slipstream now from Rosberg and DRS, which should help keep me ahead of Alonso. But Alonso, as you can see, has backed off there. I don't know why he backed off there, but might be too late to make a pass. We are catching up to Rosberg for the minute, so just getting back on that gas now. Put a little bit on Alonso, but again, Sainz is holding up the pack ahead of us, which is helping me, Rosberg and Alonso catch up to that train. So the pit stops are going to be interesting, I think, between all, I think, 6 of us once we get there. So Sainz is doing me a massive favour here in holding up the pack, which is definitely not what I need right now, as I'm just preserving these tyres as much as possible to try and go as long as possible. So we've got a short shift up to 6 just to save a bit of rear deg. Back in the slipstream of Rosberg. As we get right onto the back of the German now. Just some short shifts as well. Obviously Alonso's home race as well. Sainz's home race as well. So those two would like to get on, to get some big points today. But Raikkonen leads the way, which is massive for the championship. And I think if it stays as it is, Raikkonen will lead the championship as Alonso, I think, hits. He does indeed. So 7 laps the tyres last.
12.9 seconds.
So if we can get these to around about lap 13, 14, we should be fine to get to the end comfortably. We'll have to wait and see. That's Rosberg there, just saving a little bit of hers there, so this could be our chance as he's harvesting it right now. Down the inside we go on the German and we get it done.
Okay, some information on Perez. They're speeding up
And
again.
Jeff's just telling me about Perez, so I'm not really bothered about that. But we're now up to 8th place, and the next man is Lewis Hamilton, his teammate. So you can see the Ferraris have gone completely off the map right now. So it seems that Ferrari are the strong team. It's like the Mercedes are in real life right now. There's them two fighting over the win, and then the rest of the pack. As you can just see there, look at the 2 Ferraris on the map, absolutely gone.
Our gap to the car in front is 1.3 seconds.
So Button's in 6th. So we've got Button leading ahead against Hamilton at the Battle of the Brits right now from 6th, 7th and 8th. Sainz doing very well in his home patch, of course. And I think Raikkonen's going to the pits and Hamilton's in the pits. Oh, is it Hamilton? It's Button in the pits actually, I do apologise on there. So, and Vettel pits as well. And Rosberg there, down the inside he goes, and just look at the straight line speed of that Mercedes. It's good with the engine, but just not good everywhere else. As he gets through and moves back up to P6, we're going to try and do an audacious move here. If we can, just the dirty air from Rosberg. We're going to try and get some slipstream. We do, and we're going to go down the inside like we did on the last lap. Take the inside, and just about hold it there, but he's still there. Oh, and he's tapped us there, Rosberg. And I don't know, and we've got a puncher. Oh my god.
Right, you've got a puncture in the rear right tyre.
Thanks to Rosberg.
Switching to an alternate strategy.
Oh, we've got.
Change or stick to plan A. Affirmative.
Oh, we've got a safety car, but Rosberg, no idea what the hell he was doing there, which is giving us a puncher. He just basically clipped us. When was he? Lap 13. Yeah, we're going the mediums, I think. But Rosberg there just pinned us into the wall, and we've got damage on the right rear. I can't even go any quicker than this. We've got a safety car out of it, so I guess that's alright, I guess. Sainz is in the pits. What was our tyres like actually? That's the more important factor here. We've got to come in now into the pits, put a set of the mediums, and I think this should hopefully get us to the end. Nearly missed the box there. I'll have a look, Tony, at the end of the race if you got a penalty. Luckily, the boys did get held up there. And it's a 4.1 stop, so we didn't really lose anything from that, apart from Rosberg. We've jumped Rosberg. And we got a free pit stop out of that, so we stay 9th. Ahead of Jenson Button. Well, behind Jenson Button, actually. And we're ahead of Alonso, which is important, as Button's jumped onto the mediums. And I think we should be fine, guys, to the end of the race, I think. If we stay with this strategy, we've just got to be very carefully saving these mediums, because they did say to pit on lap 13. Obviously we're staying behind the safety car for a little bit, so hopefully we can get these to a respectable lap. Just playing it safe right now. Trying to save preserved tyre wear right now. They're only on 1% on the left hand side, which isn't too bad. Safety car has just come to the final corner. I've been given a warning actually. So we're falling too far back, of course. I'm literally pushing this car. Oh, if I get a penalty now, I will rage so much. So I'm literally pushing this car. And people are pitting as well. Are you serious, game? Are you actually serious? How am I far back?
Drive-through penalty. You have a drive-through penalty.
God's sake. If those people didn't pit, I would have... Oh. Ugh. We're not lucky anymore. God's sake. That's my race ruined. My race is absolutely ruined right now. Why does this game hate me? I'm sorry, but are they like the AI on steroids or something? Because I'm literally pelting it and I still can't catch up to them. Like, it's so frustrating. Like, how can I like catch up when I could have caught up easily? But people are saying restart, but you know the rules, guys, of my live career modes. We don't restart races. You know I don't restart my races because that's what people do. Even Marco's saying restart. But we don't quit, guys. We'd never restart these live career modes. You know the rules. Like AOR, Hockenheim. We've got to somehow make this strategy work now and try and get in the points. I'm just trying to think here. If the mediums would get me to the end of the race. Not the mediums, the hards. Save a pit stop. But the game has cost me here a chance of a good finish. There's no point restarting them. I just like to create the realism. Like, for example, if I'm Sainz and I get a penalty, do you expect me just to say, "Oh, Charlie Whiting, can we restart the race, please?" Someone make Ryan fucking crash. Oh, Marco. Right, it's coming in this lap, so I may dive in for the drive-through now.
Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the first safety car line. Stay in position until the green flags.
So safety car's coming in this lap. Hopefully I can do this drive-through this lap. Get out of the way. So we've got Pascal Wehrlein up in 7th. So I may box this lap actually, and just, if I can, I will. Please go green game. Right, we're boxing in now, boys. We're doing the drive-through now. Get out of the way. We're getting it out of the way now. Who's this in the pit lane? I wonder. Someone else has got a drive-through. Perez has got a drive-through penalty as well. Don't know what for, but... Right, it's time to absolutely smash it now, boys. Got about lots of cars everywhere, so we may take this chance now and try and catch up. There's a lot of traffic, so hopefully if they all keep fighting, we can get something out of it, hopefully. Just push like mad now. There's most of the pack right there. Let's try and get something out of this now. We've gone purple though in the middle sector, which is interesting. There's Ricciardo now sets the fastest lap of the race. Obviously it neutralises the lead that Raikkonen had over the pack, along with Vettel. We could get some interesting position changes as we cross the line. Start lap number 14. Still got 20 laps to go, guys, so it's not the end of the world as we've got Bottas only 8 seconds up the road.
We're predicting that Bottas will need to come in to change tyres within the next 5 laps.
Got a lot of work to do. Sainz is just coming out of 1, 2, 3. I think it's like turn 6. We've gone purple in the first sector. But we're pulling away from Perez, which is good. I think his engine's fine actually. Well, it's still not working properly, but the traffic up ahead are all squabbling, which is helping me catch up massively right now. I can just see them coming around the hairpin actually. Sainz just coming around the final corner. Ricciardo obviously on the soft tyre right now, so that's probably why he's going quicker at the minute. It's not over yet, boys. 19 laps still remain, as we've got a few people in the pit lane. Pascal Wehrlein is jumping onto the hards actually. Even the game's telling me to pit now for hards.
Copy that. Okay, gap ahead is 3.9
which is interesting, I've got to say. Should I stick with the soft option, guys, or do I go onto the hards and get to the end of the race? I've got to get these to around about lap 27, if I can, of course, but we've caught up absolutely massively to the back of the train already. So we've put a lot of work into this. I think I can try and save some tyre wear. Get to at least the magical lap 26, I think, would be the ideal number. Have to wait and see.
The car behind you has just fitted the hard tyres. Car behind, running hards.
I think we'll stick with the soft strategy, I feel. If it doesn't let me do softs, then I will blame Jeff for the basic strategy. But this is helping me massively right now. Bottas and everyone's being held up in a train. Might as well take Bottas right now. Just being glued to the back of Grosjean there, but
if the situation changes, we'll let you know.
might as well take these positions
Nice work.
while they're braking early. Going to try and go around the outside of Ericsson. This is going to be interesting. Trying to go on the outside of the Swede, and it does not work. As Sainz is in the pit lane.
Carlos has come into the pits. Carlos is in the pits now.
Just trying to go on the outside of Ericsson, but Ericsson doing very well to defend. Right now can't get him in the chicane, so we're back off just a little bit. Going to get some slipstream now from Marcus. A few people in the pit lane.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
And are we going to get ahead of Sainz? This is going to be close, actually. Oh, Sainz, what are you doing coming on the track there, mate? Oh, Sainz. You absolute numpty. You absolute monkey.
We're considering switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A?
We're just going to stick with what we've got now. As Ericsson's struggling, so I just thought, why not take the position on him now? Might as well continue on. That's who we got next. Jody and Palmer, next man. Might as well just hold on here. If a safety car comes out again, that would help me massively, of course. Just coming over to half distance now. And who's this in the pit? Massa's coming for the hards. Oh my god, it's round 2 again. Oh my lord.
Okay, distance to teammate 0.
Oh my lord, that was scary. Who's this in front of us? Max Verstappen's ahead of us.
We think there's a viable strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one?
Jeff's trying to switch me on different strategies right now, but I just really can't be bothered to change it now. I'm doing fine anyway. This is alright, I guess.
Okay, the gap behind is 1.0 seconds.
I mean, if Raikkonen and all them not staying out, then what's stopping me staying out? Just a bit wide there on exit. You can just see we've pulled away from Ericsson, so I don't see the reasons why to change this. Sainz and Palmer, not Sainz, Verstappen and Palmer going side by side down the straight, and Verstappen's got through. But we're catching up to Palmer. Oh my god, Jeff's annoying me now.
Understood, copy that.
Shut up, Jeff.
Okay, copy that.
Seriously, Jeff's just annoying me now. I mean, even with this little bit of wing damage, apart from this corner, we seem fine. Like this is going to be, we're going to pass Jody and Palmer now. Down into the hairpin, and we secure 11th place. Next up, Max Verstappen, who's still behind a banana car. This time it's Kevin Magnussen. Speaking of Renault, they signed Nico Hulkenberg a few days ago. So, be interested to see who teams up with Hulkenberg next season. So if you've got any ideas, guys, then leave your suggestions in the comments. I would love to see who you think will get the seat. As speaking of Magnussen, he's in the pit lane. But we're now in 10th. We're in the points again. We're back to where we started. Oh, actually, no, we're 9th. So, Sainz is behind us on the hards. Obviously, he pitted, obviously, and he took out like half the field. So, Verstappen being held up here by Felipe Nasr of all people is interesting in all this. It's helping me out a treat right now. Get DRS now, and Verstappen and Nasr are going to go side by side, and Verstappen absolutely smashes it out of the box there and passes him, and we're going to pass Felipe Nasr as well up into 8th. And look who we got next again. We've got Max Verstappen again. Bit wide there on exit, but still getting DRS. As we're going to catch up to Max Verstappen. Who's this coming out the pit lane? It is Lewis Hamilton. Also on the hards. I think everyone's pitting for hards right now, but we're just going to continue onwards. A comfortable gap behind now. Saving a bit of tyre wear right now, just to keep the rears intact. Not far off the leaders actually. Raikkonen still leads the way. Still on those medium tyres. Save a bit of rear deg there. A few people are in the pit lane. We're up to 7th place still. Still holding on here. Sainz in 8th at the minute. Still on those hard tyres, of course. Still keeping up with Verstappen though, even though we've got a bit of damage of wing. Which I'm not going to take any damage for, it's only yellow at the minute, which isn't too bad. I mean, Sainz and whoever's behind him aren't really catching us. Unless the safety car comes out, of course, then obviously we'll fix the car. Nothing yet. As we can get to lap 26. May push it to 25, I think. Done more than 13 laps on these tyres as well. Not too bad actually, I've got to say. Got to do at least another 2 laps on these and we should be fine. It was a bit aggressive there, to be fair. That's the corner, starting to lose a bit of deg right now. Now, speaking of which, here comes Lewis and our teammate. We have to try and defend now. Trying to defend for our lives right now. Position if we can. 10 to go now in this race. As Hamilton will get DRS on us, which is definitely not what I want right now. He's going to try and make a late move on us, but full lock, just about keeping him in there within the limits. Raikkonen's still out on those mediums. And I think we'll pit next time by. I think we'll take a gamble on the softs. As here comes Sainz and Hamilton, and I've actually helped Sainz here. Just a little bit. Trying to go on the outside of both of them here. And the inside line, don't want to make contact with my teammate, even though he took me out. Going around the pit lane, and I think we're just going to hold it here. Just about, so that's how you drive Sainz. Cleanly. I've got to defend from Sainz, our teammate, again. Raikkonen's still out on those medium tyres. As I say it again, he has to pit soon. I think his race may be ruined here. But we're going to pit this time, take a massive gamble here, and go onto a fresh set of soft tyres. Get the wing changed as well, I feel. Hopefully we should now be a lot quicker, but it's a 10.1 pit stop. We're dropping down the order to 16th. Maybe even lower than that, actually. If we can keep stay out of Romain Grosjean, which would be quite nice. Just about holding there. So now the work begins now on these soft tyres. So we can get these to the end. That corner always gets me every time. One of the Renaults next. I think it's Magnussen. We're pulling away now from Grosjean, which is definitely what I want. Love reading the chat right now about some cheeses. Obviously we've got Grosjean behind, so I think it's kind of relevant. Raikkonen's still going on the mediums, I've got to say. Has Raikkonen got a death wish or something? Trying to get past Kevin Magnussen as quickly as possible here. Obviously he is on those slower tyres than us. He's on the mediums. A good exit. Apply the fourth rich mix. Should be an easy move. And we get it done. And we move to 15th. Tyre wear's not too bad actually at the minute. Just got held up by Magnussen in that middle sector, but 5 laps to go, the tyres look fine. Got a lot of work to do now. We're fine on fuel as well. So we've got Ria Haryanto next.
Some information on Grosjean. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
It seems Grosjean's got issues. We've got Haryanto next in the Manor. Just ahead of us here. I think we're just outside DRS, unfortunately. We can maybe get him next time round. As we set the fastest lap of the race as well. So we're on the charge right now. We've only got 5 laps to go in this one. There's the points paying position right there, I think. Haryanto just holding me up just a little bit here. Down the inside of Haryanto. Up to 14th. Next man is Fernando Alonso, who, along with me, started inside the top 10. So it's not been a good week, a good race for both of us here. Maybe I could have come out a bit earlier on the tyres, I think. They're only 20% right now. Bit of oversteer as well. Hopefully I've got people coming into the pit soon, which would be ideal, but I don't think that that's going to happen. Four laps to go then. Just going to try and catch up to Alonso. Just trying everything in the book right now to try and catch up. Just got to pray that all the cars in front's tyres start to drop off. We are catching them, that train of 3 cars, which I think occupies 9th place, of course. One thing I will be happy though to take away is how good I've been on these soft tyres, even though we've been aggressive at times as well. I'll definitely take this. Maybe we can get past Alonso here, maybe a bit too late. Right in the back of the Spaniard. Have to back out of that, otherwise it would have been contact. Backend still out there. Maybe a late move on Alonso. That was a dive bomb, I know that. We've got past Alonso. Who we got next? Nico Hulkenberg's the next man. Right in the back then of the German, who obviously is going to Renault next season, which was a bit of a surprise, but I understand his decisions why. We've got a bit of slipstream now on Hulkenberg, and we're going to move up to 12th. We've got Gutierrez next, who's only just at turn 3. So I've got to hope and pray that those 3 keep scrappling. No, that's not a word, is it? Scrapping. For 10th place, well it could be 9th place actually. I hope that these tyres can get me to the end of the race. Maybe a lap or 2 short here, I think. You never know, Raikkonen's onto his last lap. A bit wide there. You can just see them there. Maybe it is just one lap too soon. On to the final lap then we go. Still setting some reasonable pace, I've got to say. down to 3.7 seconds. Just see them there. Gotta say, tyre wear I'm very impressed with right now. The front left's a bit of an issue, but it's not too bad. I think Raikkonen's won the race actually, so I've got to give Raikkonen props for his strategy. Oh, we've lost the back end, that's game over. That's definitely game over, and we've dropped the positions that we actually get. So we at least tried. Tyres are now hot. Got to try and keep Ricciardo at bay here. I've just pinned Ricciardo there. We tried. Anyway, guys, we tried. I think it was going to be a lap too short. Personally, had to give it a best shot. Didn't work. But one thing to take away: the tyre wear management has been a lot better than me than most races. But we're going to come in 15th, not where we want to be. Absolutely disappointed with that, and we have to take it on the chin, I'm afraid.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari.
So Raikkonen wins, and I still don't get why he's smiling. So I don't get that. And the no particles are back, guys. No champagne in this one, because Marco FD's mentioned it in my chat recently that apparently the particles actually help you not get the D3D error. So that's why there's no champagne, guys. Just want to clarify that up for you. Not what I wanted. Oh well.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the Drivers' Table. Kimi Raikkonen takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after that excellent result. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, it's got to be Felipe Massa, hasn't it? He fought so hard and had incredible pace at times. I don't think anyone did a better job today.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari moved to the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.
So the birthday boy Raikkonen wins this race then by 3.5 seconds from his teammate Sebastian Vettel. Ricciardo in third, but Jenson Button fourth with a great performance there for the team, with Rosberg fifth, Verstappen down to sixth, Sainz our teammate seventh, Hamilton eighth, Massa ninth, and Pascal Wehrlein scores a point. They are OP on this game. Gutierrez 11th, Alonso 12th, and then the rest of the field, as you can see, me in 15th there. Disappointing race for me as well, but we get to take the fastest lap, so I can take that away. And everyone finished the race, of course, and Rosberg didn't get a penalty, which I'm kind of annoyed with. He should have got at least a 10-second penalty, at least. So I'm not happy with that. But what does that mean for the standings? We are 7th as Rosberg, of all people, jumps me. It's a bit annoying to see that, but we're still 7th, I guess, so it's not too bad. Anyway, Raikkonen leads the way by 11 points, and in the Constructors, we're still 4th, which is not too bad. We're 18 points ahead of Williams, which is important, and McLaren have jumped both Force India and Haas up to 6 as well. And Ferrari lead the way in the Constructors by 11 points. So it's not all doom and gloom. We've still got time, guys. It's only the 5th race, which is, of course, Monaco, which I'm absolutely dreading. Be the first time I'm doing it live this on this game, so that's going to be interesting. But we'll get resource points, I guess. So it's not too bad, I guess, taking that away. Vettel's going to win the rivalry. Well, he's not won it just yet, but we set the fastest lap, so that's definitely helped us there. This is not going to be nice. I'm just going to... do we only lose one? We only lose one, so it's not too bad, I guess, on there. And I'm not going to about the career mode score. as well. So I'm going to end the episode there, guys. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, guys, make sure to like this stream and video and subscribe if you haven't already. We're near 10,000 subscribers, and I would love to smash that, guys, at some point. So it would be really appreciated if you could slap that like. The next race, guys, you know, is of course Monaco, and it will be live, and it's going to be Bottle Central. I'm just going to say that right now. Don't know when I'm going to be streaming that, guys, but I'll let you know on Twitter when I will do that. Maybe in the next few days. We'll have to wait and see. But until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. Sorry I didn't do it, but I hopefully will do better in Monaco, fingers crossed. Until then, have a great night, guys, whatever you're doing, and I shall see you guys very soon on the channel for a brand new video. Until then, see you later, guys. Take care. Hashtag pray for Ryan.